We're back. Okay. And not even in believing in the karma. And then they're jumping into this gifted person's energetic signature, trying to steal or whatever. And then they're getting, like, basically their life is falling apart. Depending on how toxic, how imbalanced they have been, the people around them, how they get their money, what they do with their money, their environment, the way they think, the way they act, the way they treat people. Do they have respect for life or they don't? Are they someone who helps and believes and wants positive change, or someone who only cares about themselves and gives two fucks and doesn't even think there's anything else beyond them? Basically, they are the only God. There's nothing above them. And take what you want, however you want. If they're not smart enough to figure it out, then it's their fault. That's how they think. That's how they think. But then they end up sitting in this energy of the gifted person, and all their whole fucking life falls apart, and they want to blame everybody but themselves. So they're sitting there shattering, feeling like shit. They're at a higher vibration timeline, and then everything's just going to shit. They need more energy to even function on this timeline. So then they have to do more energy harvesting. Like, it's like slow suicide. And they can't figure out, yeah, dear, it's a fucking trap. You're not above God. You're not above the universe. You don't make the rules. And you got to have fun. We were hoping you were going to learn. But you chose not to, and you still continue to do such depravity, such ugliness. And the thing is, if they were just to sit there and just only, if they were to just deal with their own kind, doing the fuckery to other people, the universe would have let them. They could have just had a good old time. But no. They wanted to go out, hurt the planet. They wanted to take control of other people. They wanted to disrespect sovereignty of others. They believe no one else is worthy of life or good things. They go and take it every which way. They go around mind fucking people, making them suicidal, and then acting like they didn't do that, and then laugh and mock all those people that they've destroyed and belittled. And then wondering why their life is going to shit, their physical body's breaking down, their mental abilities are breaking down. They did it. Nobody but them. And then a couple of days ago, a couple of sentences were put in my head saying they are getting whatever it means to who. They are getting lots of time. Lots of time. And the phrase they always tell me, they're going to learn today because they didn't want to listen yesterday. They're going to get lots of time to face themselves and everything they did, who they are, and all that they have affected. For what they've done up to this moment, they ran out of time. But where they're going afterwards, they're going to get lots and lots of time to think about and face themselves because they didn't want to do it before on their own. So they're going to learn today because they didn't want to listen yesterday. Okay, and then this one about the third beast, like how all this was a trap, them tapping into energy that doesn't belong to them. And these people are also a trap for other people that are similar to them, so they can recruit. They're being like grouped together. The universe is like, we're just going to clean this up right now. Just let them all group together, team up, thinking they're fucking winning when they're actually not. It also involves practitioners. All these practitioners, wherever the fuck they're going to get these practitioners to do this dark ass shit. Many of them don't give a fuck. Many of these practitioners are dark, and many of these practitioners are teaching people who shouldn't have this information, such what we call karmics. And then these practitioners don't give a fuck, and all they want is money, and then they get high off of having all these gifts or powers, abilities or knowledge. That these practitioners are going to be held also accountable too. That these people that go and steal, they're a trap for the practitioners too. So everybody who's doing all this fuckery, they're being hoarded up. And it started with the gifted. This person who likes to steal was trapped by the universe, wanting what this gifted person had. And then this person that wants everything is going to practitioners, getting other people to gang stalk. Everybody who has this energy, all this is a trap. All of it. You guys are not winning. And then it leads to the third beast. They were teaching, I was like, well, what does the third beast mean? They were like, well, just Google it on your phone. Usually they tell me what to Google and they tell me how far to take it. And on the third beast, it explains why this is happening to them and what you should not do that they've been doing. So there's different types of beasts. And like the way they describe the third beast, that there is a third beast that rarely comes out, and people have to do like the most fucked up shit, and then tapping into other people's energies, shattering themselves. This third beast that comes out loves to feed on someone who has those double energies, and they go after those people that are marked from doing that, all their negative stuff, and not respecting sovereignty or the universe or anything, not caring. It's not allowed anymore. And then what could cause you to be marked? What do they do? All the energy they sat in becomes them. Hatred, chaos, isolation, domination, darkness, and death. So just like I say, whatever you sit in, you're sitting in it, even if like you could be mad at someone, you're wishing something bad on someone, you're still sitting in that emotion. And that's what you tell the universe, that emotion to manifest for you, because you're sitting in that energy, even if you're thinking of somebody else to experiencing it. So now with karma and the universe and everything, like manifesting and it instantly, like you're sitting in that energy, you're manifesting it for yourself. So anything you wish for someone else, you intend for someone else, you are manifesting it for yourself because you're sitting in the energy. No one's doing fucking black magic. No one's even doing reversals. No one's doing nothing. You're doing it to yourself. Okay. And when I looked up the third beast, of course, it led into some stuff from the Bible. And it said, your intended destiny with Jesus Christ is eternal life. Satan's aim is to rob you of that destiny and corrupt you. Your destiny with Satan is eternal death. Your destiny with Christ is everlasting. Choose and commit yourself now. Which will it be? Which is the same thing they had told me. Everybody gets a choice. 2 keys. Which one are you picking? The red or the blue? And it said, yet these 10 kings that will turn upon the evil woman and devour her. So there's going to be 10 powerful people. And I get, there's macrocosm and microcosm. There's truth within truth within truth. So there's a surface layer of truth, and then it goes a little bit deeper of truth, of information, and go deeper into truth. So this can apply to you specifically, but then it also applies to your environment. It applies to your state. It applies to your country. It applies to the world, depending on the level of information you go into. And Satan is insane. Satan insanely creates confusion, conflict, and destruction among those who follow him, and left to themselves, they will devour each other. You can see this describes some behavior, some people. And it isn't just a specific being. These are energies, principalities, ideologies. And then it's talking about the gifted. These victors were called and they answered. Having answered the call, they were chosen. Having been chosen, they were faithful. And this is about the negative beings. Eat her flesh and burn her up. The angel tells John that in his visions, he will see evil and destroy itself as God exudes his purpose. And then another one, it talked about the birds shall eat her. And then if you listen to any of the narcissist, I guess, videos or groups, they describe these monkeys or whatever. They describe them as birds. And these birds don't have loyalty to anybody, including themselves. They're opportunistic like a vulture. Many waters that John had seen, atrocious women who sits on many waters. And my guides was talking about these many waters, it's life energy that they've stolen. And we call it waters. You sit in your waters. These are life energy frequencies, types that they have stolen from other people, person, groups. And all this doesn't belong to the person that took it from all these people. But this person who did take it, they are sitting in all these waters, and they mimic all these personalities, characteristics. And a lot of times they do seem like, sometimes it almost seems like they have split personalities, the things they remember, don't remember, and the way they act, and they switch things up, doing the fucking word salad and flipping things around, making themselves the victim. In these visions, John saw 3 evil beasts. The first beast, the dragon, came from the heavens. The second beast came from the sea, Satan, who deceives the whole world. The second exalts and magnifies himself above every god against the God of gods. Resembles the leopard, the bear, and the lion. Remember that. And the third beast is the false prophet. Has 2 horns like a lamb, but he speaks like a dragon. The resemblance to a lamb indicates priesthood, but his priesthood is false because his words are false and lying doctrines of the dragon. This beast, the false prophet, represents the Antichrist. In fact, there are many Antichrists. There are many. Just like right now, currently, there's many Jesuses. Right now, currently, right now. Jesus is here. God is here. Of which John spoke in his first epistle. False prophet, they succeed, many will follow. Their teachings and ways use secrecy and stealth, sensuality, appealing to lust to draw cowards. Motivation is greed, method is exploitation. For all their success, however, they bring on themselves swift destruction. God will rescue the godly and punish the wicked. False prophets are destroyed, but those who destroy will be destroyed. And this, like the stuff they were telling me in the download, this is like the language they speak and the words they use. And it was just confirmation along with the other people that I do follow. Indulge the flesh in its corrupt desires, despise and revile authority, forsake the right way, arrogant and ignorant. The reprobate state, distinction between a false teacher and someone who is teaching falsely by mistake, having no intention to deceive. So they in the Bible, they do name these people that do horrible things, have no empathy, don't care. They label them as reprobate, and apparently this runs through their family lineage. And their ancestors too. And then my guides were like, keep going, because I read, that from a couple of websites, and on it had Dante's Inferno, and I looked at this on Study Driver. In Dante's, and I have not read it. I've only known the basic, minor stuff, like what you would see on YouTube. Someone would mention it. And Dante's in a scary forest, a metaphor for sin. There were 3 beasts in there, a leopard, a lion, and a wolf. And then also mentioned about numerology, that Satan has 3 faces, 3 different colors, 3 main types of sin, incontinence, violence. 3 different types of sin, which is incontinence, violence, and fraud. And then in Dante's Inferno, there's a leopard, which represents fraud, and the lion, which represents violence, and then the she-wolf, incontinence. The leopard, representing malice and fraud, using its spots as a disguise when it is around the prey. Then when least suspect it strikes, they come across differently as trustworthy, a monster named Geryon. His face was the face of an honest man, shone with such a look of benediction, and all the rest of him was serpentine. And that was the leopard in Dante's Inferno. And the lion, representing violence and ambition, satisfy their own needs by any means, regardless of how violent their needs are. If a lion needs food, it will get food by being violent, ambitious, fear no other animal, and is aggressive, representing sins of violence and ambition due to their aggressive behavior, comparable to humans because some people become aggressive and violent when they need something. And then the third beast, she-wolf, incontinence, adultery, lust, mysterious, creatures that hunt in packs. The sins above are sins that are irresistible, meaning if someone were to commit one of these sins, they are bound to follow up with another. The irresistible nature of the she-wolves goes along with the irresistible nature of humans when committing these sins. The leopard, all tremor and follow, and got at its pelt bright murderous beast in lith, beautiful, meaning Lilith, you heard of that energy, the succubus. Beast in lith, beautiful, deadly, can lure people with its seductive mystery, beguiling and beautiful creature. And the lion, raging with hunger, its enormous head held high as if to strike a mortal terror into very air. Ravenous lion who boldly tries to intimidate others around them. And the she-wolf gets most of the attention. She is a starved horror, ravenous and wasted beyond all belief. She is gaunt, craving, bringing endless grief, standing for avarice, meaning extreme greed. Her wasting away seems to be a display her desire. She is empty and has wanted for so long that now she is desperate for anything. No matter what she gains, takes, she will always crave more. And then it would even further describe as Dante's Inferno as 3 levels of hell, from bad to worse, based on the level of sin. Incontinence, doing wrong because they couldn't help it. Violence, doing wrong because of anger. Fraud, doing wrong on purpose to hurt other people. While Dante runs backwards through the forest, runs into a human figure for help, can't tell if it's a man or a shadow. States he was once a man. And then Dante begs Virgil to free him from the danger in the wilderness. Virgil tells Dante that the work of the wolf will continue on earth until a savior comes to liberate the world. And then the savior will be nourished with wisdom, love, and virtue, and who will drive away the wolf into hell, will be born in felt, humble origins of belonging to religious orders that wore that felt. Basically, this person is going to be different from the others that came before him. That's going to take down this wolf or this principality or this energy. And that's when I decided, I was like, I'm curious, what does the third beast actually mean? And they told me to look these up, and I was debating if, oh shit, that video. Yeah, I went too far. I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to have to cut that and turn that into another video. Let me see, is there anything else? Yeah, I wanted to do this because it's been sitting on my clipboard for a month, 2 months, or whenever. And I was like, that just sounds so preachy, but now it makes sense listening to some other people and then having confirmation to talk about it. But yeah, I hope you get like these people, or maybe even you, if like you're dealing with some stuff, it's because you need to look at you, or I guess whatever they're dealing with. And this is like a forewarning. Don't take the path that they took. Don't do the things that they did. That there's a easy way. If you want to see what's happening, then you can see what's happening. And you don't have to follow their path. You already have yours. You already have your own personal gifts. And please don't try to take from others, because the universe is not allowing it anymore. And I hate sitting in that energy and then to think like these people, like I was feeling bad, like really, really bad. It was making me like really sad and cry. But like the universe was trying to make me understand, like, you're feeling bad for them, but you don't get these people, what you think they've only done to you, they're not only doing it to you. They're doing it to a lot of people. And if you see one red flag, like they do something horrible to someone else, this one thing, do you think they're only doing that one thing? No, they're only letting you see that one thing. They're doing many things to many people. In the moment that you're not how they view people, either good or bad, black or white, the moment you get out of the good or the white category, you're permanently in the bad, the evil category. And if they don't fucking backstab you or hurt you right away, they're just waiting for the best time. They have loyalty to nobody, including themselves. They just do what they want, and that's not allowed anymore. The universe is done. So all of us that have been doing the right things, being positive, not hurting others, just wishing the best for everybody, the universe has got your back. You just don't know. And your ass is a badass superhero, and you just don't know. And most of you aren't even actually human. All you have is that is kind of human, is this meat suit, and even the meat suit is not fully human. That you have this amazing DNA, amazing abilities, amazing spiritual battle team. You have amazing ancestors, and it's just all of that is an extension of you. They can't do what you can't already do. You have to believe in yourself. You have to strengthen yourself, and you have to become that whoop ass, because you are. And that energy extends to your spiritual battle team, your ancestors, your guides, and honor them too. Like now, like I know they're there, and they let me know in so many ways. But now every opportunity I get, like if I cook a good meal, I give them some of the meal. I make a tea, I give them some of the tea. I get some candies, give them some of the candies. Like show homage to them and thanks, because they are working for your ass. They are working for your ass. And then also too, the more good you do, the more positive you are. These people that had even ancestors and helpers helping them, those helpers jumped ship. They've joined you. So all these people that apparently were able to do all this stuff before and now they can't, the universe has cut them off. Some of their spiritual guides have left them and joined you because they got to see the truth of what the hell was going on, even in their reality. So they're jumping ship. They know that ship's sinking. They're on yours. So every day you're getting more helpers, more guides, more just everything positive. Just you believe in you. Because those motherfuckers that are doing that shit, they believe in you. Why do you think they're coming after you that's so hard and recruiting so many people and the extent and the lies and how elaborate they make stuff? Come on, man. That's proof you are the shit. That is why go that hard? Why do you think? Because they're afraid of you. And they know you're the shit. So you need to see that you're the shit. And you have so much power. And there's more stuff. There's more stuff that you guys don't know. I'll be talking about later when when we've seen more stuff, more evidence of everything. And so you guys can see that you have even more of a greater purpose. You're more amazing than you can know. Like the stuff gets weird. I'll be talking about later. But we're going to be all together soon. We're going to know who's who of us because they've been keeping us separated on purpose. Because when we're together, we totally change reality. We change time. Our force, our energy is like beyond imagination. So on purpose, they want to keep us separated and isolated away from each other. But that's ending soon too. We're still connected. And any attack upon one of us is an attack upon all of us. I promise you that. I promise you that. And these people are shut down. They are cut off. And everybody will know their true face, their true deeds, their true hearts. Everything that's from the dark shall come into the light. Nothing shall hide. Nothing shall be hidden, including person, place, or thing, or principality. Everybody will know the truth of them. Because we win. We already won. This is just the finishing, the finalization, the final seal. So this shit does not ever happen again to this extent, affecting so many people. Just a small group doing this, screaming the loudest their insanity, and others just following along with them and not realizing they're being all walked off a cliff, being sacrificed. Oh, this is a nasty one. Some of these people you already know, they don't like to use protection. And they don't even care if as a female they get pregnant. They don't care. Because they actually encourage it. they're using these babies. They have abortions and they use it as part of their black magic. It's a human sacrifice. And some of these people are in groups, like a harem. So imagine if you were one male and you had like 12 of these females, or 20 or 30, that they don't mind getting pregnant, and then they get abortions, and they probably do it themselves or pay a doctor, and they're using these abortions as human sacrifices for black magic. So they can have at least, depending on how large the harem is, they can have 2 to 3 or even more human sacrifices, something they gave up themselves, part of them, to get magic, energy, to manifest, to try to control, to manipulate, and plus access to other entities. So imagine that one. So the picture they showed me was insane to the extent, the depravity of these people. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about their own children. And on purpose, they're getting pregnant to sacrifice them, to use them for their magic. So I guess we'll leave on that one. So I don't know if this is like an adult time story or just like some dead time story. And it's kind of crazy. But I'll leave you on that. And we'll see whenever I get antsy. I have some yard work to do. Oh, and yeah, we're all together. You're not by yourself. And you will not be by yourself. Any attack on you is attack upon all of us. And many of us have high-level protection and high-level ancestors. And we're together on this. Just get that. And those who want to fuck with you, they're going to learn today because they didn't want to listen yesterday. Love you.